been discussing this all day. Who is Victoria?
It's a secret, I guess, isn't it?
The further I looked into this situation and the history of Victoria's Secret, the more I realized that this situation is so damn messy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make commentary and lifestyle videos. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification button down below so you don't miss out on any of my videos. If you weren't aware, recently Victoria's Secret did a 180 and they basically rebranded their whole business.
The fact that I would offend other people or hurt other people was definitely not the intent. And that's what got me the most. They got rid of their Victoria's Secret angels, replaced them with new female, empowering, inspiring women. So at first I thought this is amazing. Obviously everyone's excited for this. I was happy for this. But then I looked further into this and I was honestly quite surprised at the amount of backlash they received. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. If you walk into your typical department store, you'll have your wide variety and selection of bras and underwears to choose from.
Baby, they got the little sexy panties coming for Victoria's Secret, honey. They're trying to come for Victoria's Secret.
But that wasn't exactly the case back in the days.
I never realized a bra could fit so comfortably.
Sometime in the 70s, a man named Roy Raymond went shopping in a department store to look for lingerie to buy for his wife. He said the shopping experience was uncomfortable and embarrassing. He felt that the saleswoman was really scrutinizing him, making him seem like he was a perv shopping for lingerie. He also said that everything he found was rather ugly and not sexy. It was stuff that were like floral gown prints that weren't sexy to his eyes. So in 1977, he started the lingerie business Victoria's Secret.
The best lingerie store in the world.
Merry Christmas to all!
And to all a good night. Where's my present? I guess he found out who's naughty. I was a good girl. Does this come with wing holes?
His intention was to make the shopping experience comfortable for men while shopping lingerie for their wives. So initially the business wasn't exactly doing too well because this whole concept of sexy lingerie and undergarment was still new. And ironically, a lot of women weren't shopping at Victoria's Secret because they felt intimidated by the whole store and the concept, much like Raymond's experience when he was shopping for lingerie. So the business wasn't doing too well and it was close to filing for bankruptcy up until a businessman named Les Wexner bought the Victoria's Secret for $1 million in 1982. After Wexner took over the business, his primary goal was to get more women to shop at Victoria's Secret, which was indeed successful. He basically revamped the out of the Victoria's Secret catalogs, replacing it with these young, beautiful, sexy models, which Raymond, the founder himself, actually described the new catalog as a transformation for soft. Victoria's Secret basically made sexy mainstream.
Everything she makes is stuff guys want to see women jump out of in 14 seconds. Oh, while her clothes are the most beautiful lingerie in the world, we prefer to see them on the floor next to the bed.
In 2014, Victoria's Secret was named the most popular apparel brand in the world. But what really made Victoria's Secret even more popular and successful was its iconic annual fashion show,
Bringing to life its catalog stars and sexy style.
The Victoria's Secret fashion show was basically a marketing tool to display their Victoria's Secret angels and lingeries with the iconic wings. It definitely gained more attraction and popularity over the years, especially as they started to have more A-list celebrities and special acts and performances. Victoria's Secret as a brand was doing so well until things started going downhill. Kind of like when you're trying to access content that is blocked in your country. But thanks to today's sponsor, Atlas VPN can help you solve these issues. So let's say you connect to an unsecured Wi-Fi network, basically most public places such as the airport or a cafe to do your work. Anyone, well, technically everyone, could literally have instant access to your online activity, which means they can literally see what you're up to in real time, even if they're on the other side of the world. Not to mention they have access to your information that they can steal.
This is totally unacceptable. I'm on my way.
Atlas VPN helps to protect online privacy, making internet accessible and secure for everyone. It's a tool that encrypts your data and hides your virtual location, which helps protect you from malicious third-party links and ads. The best part is, if you're like me and you hate looking for something new to watch on streaming platforms,
in a minute I am going to snap.
Atlas VPN helps you pick another country and you can start streaming all the content only accessible in other countries. It also helps to avoid censorship when traveling abroad and even getting the best deals for airplane tickets and hotels. It's also supported on any device. Now the best part is that there's a huge discount for their 3-year deal for just $1.39 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I'd highly recommend trying out this great deal before the offer ends with the link in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get back into the video.
Victoria's Secret will be closing 53 of its stores, citing a decline in performance.
Victoria's Secret's annual same-store sales have fallen 3 years in a row.
The show had suffered several years of declining ratings.
Looks like the world-famous Victoria's Secret fashion show is no longer. The iconic lingerie brand
killed off its famous catalog. What? Don't you see? It was never about sales. You know exactly what it was about.
Basically, in the past decade, Victoria's Secret has been involved in numerous controversies. For this video, I'll only briefly be going through some of the bigger controversies. More than 30 executive employees, contractors, and models came forward about misogyny, bullying, and harassment that happened at the workplace. And most of the complaints were to one of the top executives, Ed Razek. There's a lot of shady things about Ed Razek.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's one of those.
You have to adjust the top slightly.
But one of the most creepiest and common thing I found when I did this video was how often he expressed his interest for younger girls.
Some of you were 3 years old when we had our first show. 3. A lot of you were about 9 or 10 years old when we started putting the show on CBS and started watching it and thought, and I'll bet thought to yourselves, boy, I hope someday I can do that. Well, let me tell you how hard it is to do this.
It's about beautiful women in lingerie, the most beautiful women in the world. Adriana Lima, I think the first show, was 17 years old. She was nervous as hell, and she walked to the end of the runway, and there were all those cameras, and hit her pose, and just grew up in that second, just went, wow, she's a bomb.
A former PR employee opened up about how she was going for seconds at the buffet lunch for staff, only to be stopped by Ed, blocking her way to get more food. He looked her up and down and began scolding about her weight, telling her to lay off the pasta and bread in front of dozens of people. This abuse was just laughed off and accepted as normal, and anyone who tried to do anything about it wasn't just ignored, they were punished. And it was soon revealed that Wexner had ties with Jeffrey Epstein. And allegedly in the past, Jeffrey had lied pretending to be a Victoria's Secret talent scout, promising these aspiring models that he would help them with gigs, which he would then invite them for fake auditions in his mansion. It was very obvious that Victoria's Secret spent a lot of their money and budget on marketing and advertising. They created this very elite feel with their brand and their products. That is, if you could fit into their very limited size range. But I also found out that they were charging more for larger size bras, which could be easily excused because it would cost more for the materials. But other brands and competitors and even high-end luxury brands at the time were still charging same prices for all the bras regardless of its size.
It's the fat phobia for me, love.
Based on the quality of their products, I looked up online and a lot of people said that they really like the brand and the quality has lasted them a long time. On the other hand, people have compared the quality to Walmart cheaper products but at a much ridiculous higher price. But I also found out that a lot of people have been coming forward about the quality that has been lowering over the past few years. There were several lawsuits filed against the brand in the past for consumers that claimed the bras had caused rashes, scarring, and skin problems.
Well, if you're having a bad reaction to the bras, Victoria's Secret wants to hear from you.
But to be honest, it was really hard to take this report seriously because it was so overly dramatic.
These new bras made in, you guessed it, China.
Be careful.
Some of the products are also manufactured in India and Sri Lanka in factories that are described as sweatshops. In 2011, it was revealed by Bloomberg that the cotton used for Victoria's Secret products was produced by a company in West Africa, which largely relies on exploiting forced child labor where many children worked in slave-like conditions. This sparked more controversy because of the fair trade organic cotton label on their products. The brand did also respond saying that they were unaware of this and they were working to resolve on this issue. I tried to look for a follow-up, and at the bottom of the Victoria's Secret website, there is a page stating the brand has a zero tolerance policy regarding modern slavery. But based on the website called goodonyou.eco, their last report, which was in 2021, none of their supply chain is certified by the labor standards to ensure worker health and safety or other labor rights. We can also hope that things will change in the future, but I think it's just worth pointing out because if you are an ethical consumer, don't be too fooled by this feminist rebranding. To be chosen to be a Victoria's Secret angel and walk down the runway with the iconic wings was a dream for so many young girls and women.
We are looking for the most beautiful women in New York City.
Victoria's Secret, I hope you choose me.
To get the show is the Olympics. To be confirmed for the show and walk in it is like getting the gold medal.
We're gonna be a show!
Every girl here has put in so much work just to be here.
Honestly, anyone that I went to high school with knows that this is my dream.
Why don't you come join us?
Yeah!
It meant you became a celebrity, building your own personal brand.
The sexy supermodels that are featured in this catalog's pages are eager to accept the company's assignments because of all the attention they get.
I have fans speaking in all different languages. It's just incredible the reach that this gets.
These Victoria's Secret angels literally defined the beauty ideal for billions of young girls and women around the world. Victoria's Secret was also very notorious for having very strict requirements, body fat percentage, in order to be chosen to be a model.
This is impossible.
She's not an obvious beauty, which we're not about obvious.
There's actually so many models who are insanely gorgeous and also objectively very skinny that have been rejected by Victoria's Secret because apparently they weren't the right size.
She's gonna be a Victoria's Secret supermodel.
Just kidding. They told me I was too fat.
In 2012, the fashion show's creative director, Sophia, said she would never cast a plus-size model like Kate Upton. Even though Kate Upton herself has already been in the brand's catalogs previously. In her own words, she says, she's like a footballer's wife, with the 2 blonde hair and that kind of face that anyone with enough money can go out and buy. The brand was also under fire when Ed Razek himself said he didn't want any trans model ruining his fantasy show, or any plus-size model, as he says no one was interested in watching them. To become a Victoria's Secret model, it takes a lot of hard work.
Girls get more sophisticated about workouts every year.
I would like to think it's all good genes, but definitely not. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this.
They had very strict regimes and workouts, and a lot of them were even heavily publicized by the models and the brands themselves.
Hey, I'm Martha Hunt. Welcome to the Train Like an Angel Masterclass.
Now you know how to train like an angel.
Based on the accumulation of sources I found, this is what it took to prepare for a Victoria's Secret runway. They would work out almost every day, and closer towards the show, they would work out at least twice a day.
I work out 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. We have to work out all the time, just like an athlete.
They also have personal trainers and nutritionists to help with their meal plans. 3 to 5 days before the shows, models would completely cut out carbs to eliminate bloating. Dairy, gluten, and vegetables grown under the ground were banned. No sugar allowed, including fruits, except for berries. The diets were so restrictive that by the end of it, cauliflower and broccoli was also banned. Strictly no drinking water 12 hours before the catwalk. Adriana herself said that she had to cut out solid food 9 days before the show. Selita, who was an angel herself, said, "It's all about creating the illusion of this amazing body on the runway. People don't realize that there were about 20 layers of makeup on my butt alone. These are professional supermodels who do this as a career. They have the time, money, and the resources and the support to do this full time. So it's important to remember that they're not just irregular people that can make time and afford to live their very active lifestyle. So billions of viewers around the world will often see these models only in their peak condition, which clearly takes an insane amount of work that isn't for your regular people. Meaning this beauty ideal Victoria's Secret is setting is incredibly unrealistic.
Today we're going to be copying the diet of 5 different models. I'm going to be eating like 7 different Victoria's Secret models.
Me copying the Victoria's Secret diet and workout.
I'm so hungry.
But so many young girls and women aspire to be like these models, thinking if they can do it, then so can anyone. Also not taking into account genetics and different types of bodies and shapes, all of which Victoria's Secret clearly did not want to show.
14 years old, your typical young teen. Her wall, posters of pretty models.
I own about 20 Victoria's Secret bras. The last time I went shopping at Victoria's Secret was yesterday.
You start becoming a preteen, you want to like go ahead a bit away from gymboree and on to the next level.
Hannah's mother says Victoria's Secret is a girl's rite of passage.
You see half-naked women in bras and panties on the side of a bus. It's part of our culture.
Ultimately, this type of exclusive ideal often resulted in eating disorders and body image issues for so many young girls and women. I do want to point out that Victoria's Secret isn't solely to blame, and that it's also these industries such as modeling that perpetuate these insane requirements.
I need to measure you, by the way.
She's kind of privileged.
92 hips. Do you work out?
Yes, that's awesome.
Okay, make this one. Specifically.
I came into this industry as a teenager and then I hit puberty and I was no longer that teenager anymore. My body wasn't as stick skinny anymore, so I was pressured to go back to being that runway girl. I almost was told that like modeling was done for me.
Bridget Malcolm apologized for publicizing her damaging eating habits and exercise regime. And then she bravely opened up about body dysmorphia and how it was so common amongst all her skinny model friends to call themselves fat.
Summer is just around the corner
and we all want to know how to get that bikini body.
Erin opened up about how she was under a lot of pressure to lose weight, but despite exercising twice a day and following a strict meal plan, she couldn't meet the targets they had set for her. In her own words, she says, "I realized I couldn't go out into the world parading my body and myself in front of all these women who look up to me and tell them that this is easy and simple and everyone can do this." Carly said she stopped working for them as the portrayal wasn't a true reflection of herself, and she didn't want to send the wrong message of what it means to be beautiful to young women around the world. The brand had ingrained this damaging societal message to so many people and viewers around the world that this one type of body is the definition of beauty. This is what it takes to feel sexy and beautiful. And the brand themselves actually really took pride in this. In 2014, they launched a lingerie collection with the slogan, "The Perfect Body." So after the backlash they received, they silently changed the slogan on their website to "A body for everybody." That is, if you fit into their very limited size ranges. During the downfall of Victoria's Secret, competitive brands which were woman-owned companies such as Third Love, True & Co, and Rihanna's Savage X Fenty, these brands were actually being inclusive. They were offering wide ranges of sizes and they were doing what consumers wanted. American Eagle lingerie brand Aerie was thriving with skyrocketing sales because they stopped retouching images of their models and they started embracing natural beauty. Rihanna herself actually said, "I mean, I know when I'm having a fat day and when I've lost weight, I accept all of the bodies. I'm not built like a Victoria's Secret girl, and I still feel very beautiful and confident in my lingerie." Bella Hadid herself, who had actually modeled for Victoria's Secret, said that the Fenty show was the first time she felt sexy and empowered modeling for lingerie, unlike her other lingerie shows she had done. So now let's talk about
Yes, queen. Go off, girl boss. Pussy hat slay.
Oh, their journey is to become the world's leading advocate for women. So they basically got rid of their Victoria's Secret angels and replaced them with 7 new high-profile women. Megan Rapinoe, a professional soccer player, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, an actor, and Valentina Sampaio, a transgender model, to name a few. And they also launched the Victoria's Secret Global Fund for Women's Cancer, which aims to progress treatment and cures for women's cancer, which is fantastic. So at first, I didn't think much about this rebranding, but again, I looked through social media and read a few articles, and I was quite surprised to see the amount of backlash and people who aren't here for it. Surprise, surprise, a lot of men are upset, and I think we all know why.
You know exactly what it was about.
But to be fair, I think it's important to acknowledge that the brand was indeed founded for the intention of men to shop for their women. Ex-employees have actually opened up about how their male customers were the best to sell at Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret was also very, very good to men shoppers.
They would feel so uncomfortable in the store that they would kind of just want to get out. So it was easier for these workers to sell them more things and upsell. So Victoria's Secret did actually benefit from their male customers.
Now that is how you go shopping, guys. We pretty much bought the whole entire store, guys.
However, it is worth noting that the brand has changed a lot since. The focus of the brand has shifted primarily towards women. Ed himself actually said in 2015, "We're interested in appealing to women because women do 99% of the shopping in Victoria's Secret." That means not a lot of men actually shop at Victoria's Secret. So what's very funny is just seeing how a lot of men online are very, very upset about this rebranding.
This is sort of the unsexification of America.
Who the hell thought this was a good idea?
The woke. The woke.
Not diabetes, which is what they're going to replace them with. The lingerie is not for you. We need to be about what women want, which I could understand. No, I couldn't, but
They're going to redefine sexy. Sexy is Megan Rapinoe. People who are not sexy. That's ridiculous examples of how the left tries to redefine the words.
Let's just go take a look at their newest model. What is going on over here? Oh, testicles crawling up inside my abdomen, boys.
And no one ever watched the Victoria's Secret fashion show again.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I do not want to comment.
Why?
And it's not just men who are upset about this rebranding. According to Victoria's Secret, women should aspire to look up to Megan Rapinoe and not Adriana Lima. One of my favorite tweets that I saw was, "It's not like the internet had taken away your You can still see semi-clad women in videos and pictures. Victoria's Secret just decided to advertise women's clothing to women now." A lot of people are saying it's very political, it's very forced right now. Go woke or go broke. People are also upset, saying that they want the Victoria's Secret angels back. A majority of the comments claimed that they were promoting obesity, which were followed by a lot of unnecessary hateful comments. I also read a lot about people saying how they're only rebranding because of brands and competitors like Savage Fenty, which took over the market. They were literally dying time they had no choice. They don't understand it's time to pack it up. Imagine you being around this long and you are now just evolving. When I read through this rebranding, the last statement on the page that I read, I don't think we need to compete, to be honest. I think we need to be who we are. No, they do need to compete with their competitors because they're slow and they're behind and their sales are declining. Another thing that's also really interesting is that people are calling out Megan Rapinoe because an old tweet that she had resurfaced where she was mocking Asian eyes, and people are more upset because of the fact that she's a social justice warrior. As of now, I don't think she's responded, so I'm very interested to see how this will turn out. I did come across a few tweets that honestly were my favorite tweets in response to this whole rebranding. Branding wise, it has that new Coke feel to it.
Introducing the new taste of Coca-Cola.
Victoria's Secret being like, wait, we actually love and support all bodies now, is giving me oil company, we are leading the change in the fight against climate change vibes. Victoria's Secret trying to rebrand like, please forgive us for giving you body dysmorphia, we have new mannequins. Because I've read so many opinions about this situation, I really want to know what you guys think about this rebranding, whether you guys support it or whether you're not here for it or whether you have another take. If you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification buttons down below so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And if you really did enjoy this video, if you shared my video, it would help me a lot with me and my channel. That's all for today, and I will see you guys next time.